30 minutes behind. I have dozed off and left the building after eating them fucking noodles. I'm tired. Terrance J and his 20-year younger wife. I'm like running behind about 30 minutes. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bells. And share my shit. Repost, repost, repost. Support your girl. Okay? You can click the link on my description box and hit that hype seat and book your live readings now. Okay? If you got any questions about a celebrity or you want to scratch the surface or you want to dig deep, I have packages for that on my hype seat page. Book with me, create your account on hype seat. It's free. It's free. I'm so damn sleepy. Them noodles really fucked me. They took me out. They took me out. I was already took out earlier. Okay. It was 11 o'clock. I'm so damn tired. We about to see if Terrance J and his 20-year younger wife, are they gonna last? Like, what's up with that? I know some people is very up in controversy about Terrance J and the age of his wife. I think Terrance J used to be a host on 106 in Park and stuff like that when it was running BET. Keep those likes up. We about to get started in a few. We about to get started. Terrance J is one fine motherfucker. His wife is fine too. She's fine. What like honestly, as long as a motherfucker understand what it is, that's all that matters. What's up, newcomers? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the like. Subscribe to my channel, hit that like, keep tapping that like, support your girl, okay? We about to get started on Terrance J. So if you have any celebrity questions that you want while I'm live, just click on my hype C link and book, okay? Hi Harley, what's up? I'm sitting up here kind of halfway motherfucking tired. I'm late, 30 minutes late. I'm about to get up and get started. I don't know what the fuck that's about, but maybe there's something significant about that for this reading. But I'm about to get started. Harley, you have to, that's like a celebrity question. You have to book with Hype C on that. Well, we about to start. If you want to scratch the surface, it's just $15, but you get a discount. I think. I don't know. Maybe it's when you pre-order. Okay. Hype C, you create an account. It's a free account. But yeah. Let me get started. I can't believe a bitch was late. And I sit up here, I'm sitting on the bed. I don't give a fuck today because, like, I'm really running late. But we about to get started. This Terrance J situation. I don't know why my son turned this motherfucking light off. His wife is gorgeous. Terrance J has good taste. His wife is gorgeous. Like, when I seen her, I was like, wow, but my God, he's like 20. She's like 20 years younger than he is. I'm like, damn, I don't even know her name. It's just Terrance J's wife. What the fuck is the light on this? There we go. Damn, the camera kind of fogged. gets like that. Alright. I got 10,000s and thousands of cards. I'm going to start off with the tarot deck. Traditional tarot. I'm not going to do oracle. But whatever the traditional tarot says, if it's good or bad, then I'm going to lead with other cards based off of that. Let's see. His wife, she's bomb. Like, Terrance is fine himself. Like, this is a good looking couple. I don't know why. Sometimes when two people are extremely good looking and they come together, they do not make cute kids. But sometimes they do. Yes, I can sing. I can. Don't forget to like this live and subscribe to my channel. You guys, like away, repost this video, repost this live. Support your girl. Like. All right. If you want to book, if you want a personal reading, right, over live, okay, live readings are discounted, extremely discounted. If you want a live reading, click on that Hype C page and book your reading with me now. Okay. Check that out. The link is in my bio. Let's get started. And you have my hat. I got another hat. I'm supposed to be going to a 90s party. All right, let's see. Calling on the original oil. Give me the truth. And nothing but the truth. As long as they both know what it is. That's all that matters, okay? Nobody is deceived. Nobody is hoodwinked. An agreement is an agreement. That's just what I feel, okay? That is just what I feel. But we gonna see. How does Terrance J wife feel about view Terrance J? And how does Terrance J view his wife? So she look just young. Pretty young thing. I want to love you. Look, just young, naive, sweet. Queen of Cups, nurturing, loving, soft. Queen of Cups, this lady, baby. And look at the dove and shit. Look at the dove. Look. She even got doves and white feathers just flocking all around her ass. I don't know what doves or white feathers symbolize. If you do, put it in the chat. Let me see. My son, I might use my son's tablet and get that answer. I got time today. I got time today. Y'all, he over here snoring, having the time of his life. Alright, so let's see what that is. So we're going to go to Safari. We're going to see what white dove feathers. I hope she ain't doing no spells or nothing like that. Somebody, like, it just gives me, like, this innocent type of energy. Like, she looks at him innocently, like a 12-year-old through a 12-year-old girl's lens. Like seriously, Queen of Cups. That's the energy coming off this card. But let me see what white dove feather spiritual meaning is. King, stop snoring. Look, what did I say? Look, I'm telling y'all. I'm motherfucking telling y'all. The dove presence is associated with peace, happiness, love, truth, and healing. I feel like her voice is even motherfucking soft. But she is looking at Terrance J through a 12-year-old's eyes. Like, I feel like he could have been messing with her, like, fertile. Like, are they gonna have kids instantly? Because, baby, what is that? Yeah, it symbolizes peace, love, purity, and a spiritual connection here. That is what dove feathers represent. Okay, they're positive omens. I don't know if she's very religious or what. Because them doves is there. And the feathers is there. Like there's something. Ooh, that's so crazy. She definitely puts him on a pedestal, or the Ace of Pentacles is here. This is the same thing that was in Odu's read. But there's something about her that is like, it's weird, like prepubescent. The Ace of Pentacles energy, like she puts him on a pedestal, like he could do no wrong. Ace of Pentacles, okay? The truth is, someone could be very responsible, abundant. Like somebody like is not playing, and this is what's crazy, because when men see you as sacred, a lot of times they're not gonna play with you, especially if you come from a good background. Okay, you come from a good background, motherfuckers ain't playing about their daughter. Okay, I know y'all ever been in like those Muslim countries where I know y'all done been in those Muslim countries where you know, a man can't get nowhere near a motherfucking woman. Can't even look a bitch way. Her brothers, her daddy, everybody about to beat his ass. Like, don't touch her. Like, they doing background checks on you, making sure you ain't, you know, got no addiction problem in Muslim cultures. Make it, especially in places like Dubai and stuff like that. I don't know if this girl has Middle Eastern roots or Middle Easterny or something like that, but there's some similarities to that culture, okay? And it's kind of like you can't touch her, look at her, feel her, nothing until she is until they verify your ass. So if they find out you a cheater, if they find out you know, got 6 baby mamas, if they find out you ain't got no career, you ain't got no money, like your future isn't secured, if they find out, and really this is how women should pick, honestly. But the guys will do background checks on these dudes, and like to see if you're good enough to even talk to the sister. Okay, they making sure you don't got no addiction problems, you ain't no woman beater, like you ain't got no out of wedlock children. Like it's like they know. A lot of people want their sister. A lot of people want her. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people can't touch. She's not touchable. It's so crazy. But this is really how women should be, right? But I remember I was explaining. I was like drunk, right? And I was explaining to my homegirls, just drunk, on a drunken philosophical rant, okay? And we all fucked up. And I'm telling them, like, you know, men will tell a woman that, you know, you need more than pussy, right? A man will tell you that pussy is never enough, okay? And I'm like, quiet as his cat. That's all they really care about. Tell that man, we ain't having sex. And watch that nigga scurry. Watch him scurry. But he telling you that you need to have, that don't mean shit. 14:14 on the clock. He telling you that don't mean shit. This is why in Muslim countries, you can't get nowhere near the woman, because the male whole thing is to convince the woman to lower herself so that he can enter her pearly gates. That is all the fuck he cares about. Everything that man do is to get you to open your pearly gates. So I was telling her that men, right? Men will take you through all of these psychological mind games and all these tricks, all these things, right? To break you. Really, vagina is all you need. That is all you need, because that's all they want. If a nigga tell you your vagina don't mean shit, take it off the table. Take that pussy off the table. And watch that nigga scurry. Watch him scurry. So I was telling them that men always want the most for the least. This is every man's baseline. He wants the most. He wants your pearls. He wants you to cast your pearls before swine, and that nigga's the swine. Most men want the most for the least. Now, a lot of women don't understand this, okay? They don't get it. So you got a lot of women who have been broken, right? Broken down and made to feel less than. Because a nigga will do this to you. He don't give a fuck about your emotional state. Men don't give a fuck about what type of scarring they cause you. As long as they can break you enough to open your legs and ain't got to give you shit. So every girl that's sitting up here casting her pearls before a swine has been broken by a man. Okay? And however which way that she's been broken by a man, right? She goes on to sleep with other men, right? For little to nothing. Casting her pearls before swine. Right? She don't know no better. Men have psychologically and emotionally manipulated her, convinced her that the thing between her legs, her heaven, means nothing. And she believed it. So she's casting her pearls before swine. She doesn't believe that her vagina holds any weight or is all that she needs, because these niggas have told her, well, what it does is men make you feel like you're not enough to keep having sex with you, right? To keep having sex with you. That's why I agree with Priscilla in this sense, that in order for a woman, right, to desire a man or be with a man, she has to have some type of codependency, or she has to be broken. Because for that man to be able to attach a cord to you, you have been broken in. A lot of guys know they ain't shit. They know they ain't shit. They know they're undeserving. And yet they still pursue. And yet they still try to get the most for the least. So in whichever way that a man has broken you, you believed it. And that's why you're casting your pearls before swine. A nigga shouldn't even be able to touch you. Real talk. That should be too expensive. But a lot of men have successfully broken. And that's why they sit up here and fuck or deal with guys, right, who gain the most from them while they get the least. And all that nigga is there for is your vagina. He gonna do circles, dance circles around this fucking fact. Okay? But I'm telling you, if you want to find out if he's lying, tell him he can't. Tell him sex is off the table. Tell him sex is off the table. Baby, you can request, ask for whatever the fuck you want. And it don't matter what you personally got. That the man is tricking your ass. I don't give a fuck if you was the bummiest of women. Bitch, if a nigga want to get in your pearly gates, it's your world. Request what you will. Desire what you want. And if that motherfucker can't hand it over, keep your legs closed. Real talk, because a nigga will lie, scheme, like I said. He don't care about any type of trauma or emotional scarring he has caused on you. The man came for that one thing. He's doing all these tricks and flips and mind games and manipulation to get that one thing. So every woman that has casted her pearls before swine, a man somewhere down the line has broken her. Doesn't matter if it's her father or the absence of her father. It doesn't matter. And sometimes women break you. Because misery loves company. That woman has been broken. That woman has been traumatized. That woman, her sacrality has been scarred. Her sacredness has been scarred. So she don't want any other woman to feel sacred, because that's something that she allowed others to take away from her for whatever reason. So some women will break other women. Well, y'all gotta understand, women are the start of women being torn down starts at birth. Women's self-esteem has been chipped away at since they were born. The war to get bitches pussy starts as early as Brent's making a new baby. Women are basically set up to be ravished. They're set up to be ravished for males' consumption, for males to get everything out of her and give her very little, but tell her that the very little that they give her is a lot. Breadcrumb, because that is the male's baseline. I want to get the most for the least. That is their baseline. Could you imagine women being so important that a nigga can't touch her, can't look her way, can't look? And this is in Dubai. You know, she can't be touched. Her brother, what you looking at? Can't touch her, can't look. She's sacred. And in order for you to come unto her, right? You got to be verified. That credit score got to be together. You better have wealth for her children to inherit. You can't be a sleaze. That's really how women are supposed to pick. Women are supposed to pick men just like those standards and of those Muslim boys have, and the Muslims' fathers have for the daughters. And that's really how women are supposed to pick. Women are supposed to hold no motherfucking prisoners. You have got to guard your pussy like it's gold. Because it is gold. It's money. It's wealth. It is. And don't let no nigga tell you otherwise. It's gold. That's all you fucking need. If a nigga asks you what you bring to the table, this pussy. That's all you fucking need. Don't let these niggas tell you anything else. Because it takes sex off the table. If you don't believe me, because niggas have so successfully convinced you that you're minuscule as a woman. Society has successfully convinced women that they're minuscule as a woman. Women being torn down is a 24/7 operation. And all this is about her fucking vagina. That is all it's about. Anybody saying anything else is retarded. Okay? It's all about your vagina. So that's what it's always been about. When people if women go and get a BBL or whatever they go get, and people be trying to tear those women down, why? They don't want you to think highly of yourself. If women go and adorn herself and dress herself up, and then those other people try to tear her down, why? Because they don't want you to think highly of yourself. Because if you think too high of yourself, right, you sitting on gold, baby. You was born with gold. The day that you was born a woman, you were privileged. You're sitting on gold. And you are allowing man to convince you that your vagina is a bunch of nothingness. And it's a lie. That's all they came for. Women be sitting up here fighting over size, fighting over looks, fighting over color, fighting over hair texture, fighting over the male gaze. And all these niggas they don't give a fuck about a degree, or money, or nothing. They just want vagina. That's golden. Imagine how much power you have to hold in order for a person to fake their whole personality just to get one thing. And you don't think that shit hold no weight? Oh, you tweaking. You're tweaking. It holds all the weight. The things that you get, it holds more weight than the money you give that nigga. Real talk. That's all they want. Growing up, what they tell you? Boys only want one thing. Men only want one thing. Casting your pearls before swine is evidence that society or men have successfully broke you. For you to cast your pearls before swine. They have successfully convinced you that what you got, your golden goose downstairs is nothingness. Your pearls, your heavenly pearly gates is nothingness. That's what the fuck they've convinced you of. Okay? So I find it interesting. Like, there's something about this lady where I don't know if she done it or her family done it, but she's good stalk. Okay? She's good stalk. You know what I'm saying? Because even the money a man give you is not worth your pearly gates. Even the money a man gives you. If you get with a dude as a woman, or you decide you want to sleep with a man, right, as a woman, you need to be gaining all that you can gain, first of all. Should no bitch be out here poor? Should no bitch be out here lights about to get cut off? Should no bitch be out here, oh, thank you, man. You've graced my parents' mail. Oh, man, how could I ever be so thankful that you're about to use me? You're about to get the most for the least, because that is their baseline. That's why I be telling women sometimes being picked ain't always good. Okay? Keep your standards high. High. Because this is how women's supposed to put. Women's supposed to be looking at a nigga's credit score. Women's supposed to be looking at a nigga's. And it ain't your job to fix or raise that man. It's another lie society grooms women to do. It's not your responsibility. If that nigga can't figure it out on... Men become men through strife. Through challenges. Not through you coddling their ass. It is not your job as a woman to mother that nigga. That's his mama's job. That's his mama's job. His mama should have nurtured that nigga. You is not his goddamn mama. His father should have helped him out. You ain't his father. That is not your job to build a man up. That's his job to build himself up. Men do not grow, or you're stifling them by coddling them. But a lot of women have been sold misinformation about men. They don't know a lick about even raising a goddamn man or raising a boy, because they've been misinformed and ill-educated, poorly educated. The man's whole thing is to gain, is to own you for his personal consumption. But men want the most for the least. So if he can convince you to give him the most for the least, you have successfully been broken, because that is the only way that you're casting your pearls before swine. Okay? Now, I have to put a disclaimer out there, all right? Because I'm still working on it. I'm still working on it, baby. But what I'm telling you is the truth, okay? Now, me, my personal life, I'm still working on that shit, you know. Because I gets good dick. It's really good. I'm working on it, okay? But, like, I have been celibate for 2 years. But listen to me. Somebody successfully broke me. Okay? Like many millions of women that allow men into their spaces with no work, with no effort, or him handing her scraps. Right? Let me tell you what you should look for. What you should look for. First of all, your standards are supposed to be high as a woman. You having high standards challenge men to grow. Women are always talking about they want men to grow. They can't do that if you a low self-esteem having bitch. You don't require, the standards is to the floor. You don't require anything from that man to enter you. They only came for one thing, and they marry for one thing. That's it. That's all they care about, is that gold that you sit on as a woman. That's it. Everything that men do. I've even seen married men do this. Concerned about single women. Even married men making sure that they can break in single women mentally, psychologically, and emotionally, and spiritually. Even married men. What the fuck that tell you? Because why the fuck would a married man be... Because I'm telling y'all, people are obsessed with the woman's vagina since she's a newborn. You are losing the war, the sexual conflict war, from the day that you're born. Because the process of belittling a woman and making her feel like she's beneath a man, making her feel like what she got between her legs is worthless, baby, it's all psychological game, emotional game, spiritual game, to rob you of your essence so that they can come unto you. They can come into heaven. And get the most for the least. Because you now have successfully been brainwashed since you were a baby girl that you are less than a man. If you actually have fathers that care, think about what fathers tell their daughters. Fathers, it's funny because a man, right? Well, if you're a woman and you're not kin to him, right? Well, sometimes it don't even matter. But if you're a woman, right? You're a sexual option to that man. Okay? And that man is gonna gaslight you when you say all men are poison, or men ain't shit, right? The man is going to play psychological games with you to convince you, right, that you don't see what you see. Or, oh, that you need to heal. You know, they'll weaponize your brokenness, or weaponize you seeing what you see, your survival instincts, your self-preservation instincts. They'll gaslight and they'll weaponize it against you. Okay? When a man say it's not all of us, it's literally it's a guy on Facebook, y'all. Niggas tell you who they are. Women don't be listening. There's this guy on Facebook. He says he's not poisonous. So he says he's not poison male. He's not a bad male because he doesn't do something to women. But then he says his homeboys might destroy women. But that's not his business. There was a guy on the news, right, that was, and this is why women need to understand that you need to have high standards. You need to do your due diligence. You need to vet like a motherfucker and stop falling for the okie doke. Men are nothing to play with. I don't know how many times I've said this. They're nothing to play with. Do your homework. You want to know one of the reasons why I know men ain't nothing to play with? Because, baby, a male will take you, his family, and himself out. They not nothing to play with. But I'm going to tell you how I know. And I'm going to tell you what confirms I know what I know. Okay? I joke around a lot with niggas. Niggas are never joking. We think we joking, we having fun, we kiki-kaying, and then one day this nigga come out serious as fuck. Ain't nothing a nigga tell you or nothing a nigga do is a joke, baby. If that nigga play fighting you, he's abusive. He's just testing to see if you'll let him get away with it. Everything a man does is to tear you down for his consumption. Real talk. And if one man successfully psychologically broke you, if society couldn't do it, but the man, whether it be your father, whether it be another woman, because women be accomplices, right? Whether it be another woman, whether it be, your baby daddy, your lover, your first, whoever, okay? If that one person has successfully, psychologically, spiritually, and emotionally have broken you as a woman, other men don't have to do the work. Now, this is harsh. A lot of people don't want to believe that life is this dark, but it is. And for a woman, the day she's born, society tries to break her for male consumption. Because they also, the niggas that make the rules, that create the culture, they also create setups, right, for men to get the most for the least. But they're going to tell you that the little that they give you is a lot. And the lot that, shit, your vagina's all you need. Like I said, that's all they want. Okay? And what you give them means very little. Or is very little. Or of very, very little value. For real. Thank you. Now, I don't know what that's about, but like she looks at Terrance J as she has high standards, and she looks at Terrance J as this is someone who's met the standard. When a nigga approach you, he should be trying to impress you, first of all. He should be trying to impress you. That nigga needs paperwork, documents, proof that he's a person who has developed his high moral character. He needs to be where the woman at, basically. Where the woman is already at. He needs to be there. His high moral character. Discipline. Okay? That he has some type of empathy or compassion. That he's caring. That he's not a fucking scumbag. That he is of good stock. If he is playing games out the gate, cut it that nigga off. Because that is a man who do not value your time. Cut him off. It could have been anybody that you as a woman could have entertained. Because like I said, women sit on a golden goose. Women got heaven in between their motherfucking legs. And this is all niggas is looking for. Like a scavenger, like a thief in the night. They looking to rob you of the very thing they're telling you is of very little importance. Make these niggas put their money where their mouth is. Do your homework on these niggas. Background check these niggas. Observe these niggas. And whatever a nigga told you you wasn't enough, however way a man made you feel like you wasn't enough, you need to scrap that shit. You are always enough. You was born enough the day you was a woman. It is the man's job to treat you right, with honor, with dignity, with respect. It is the man's job to show that he is the most deserving of your pussy. If the nigga is playing games and being a wolf in sheep clothing, because a man will always try it, like I said, the male psychology is to gain the most for the least. That is their psychology. That is their baseline. I don't give a fuck how good you think a nigga is. That is their baseline. Real talk. So you as a woman is supposed to have high standards. You supposed to be untouchable. A nigga ain't supposed to be able to even touch you, girl. But the reason why you allow men to touch you, the reason why you allow men to violate you, is because you have been successfully broken. Whichever man did it, whether it be the church, because most religion is male worship, whether it be the church, and the idea of religion is all about convincing a woman she is nothing so that men can come in unto her without having to do no work. It's all centered around getting the bitch's vagina. That everything from up, and it's crazy because when I watch social media 24/7, 24, like there's something about this girl. She is high value. High value. She choosy. For real. She ain't talking it. She walk it like she talk it. She ain't like these other bitches who act like they have all the high standards in the world, but yet they're scrummaging for a man who is the lowest of the low to pick her. You are broken. You are asking, because the average male is a scumbag. I don't give a fuck even if he never did anything wrong. If he's hanging around other men and he sees the crimes that other men do to women and he turns his head and then he only speaks up, and he only speaks up when women be like, most men ain't shit. Now all of a sudden he's speaking up about the gaslight you, about the, oh, but you quiet when you see your homeboys deadbeats to their children. You quiet when you see your homeboys beating, raping, exploiting women. You quiet. But you loud as fuck when women say most men are monsters. The overwhelming majority of men are willing participants. Okay? They're not what you think they are. I keep trying to tell motherfuckers this. They're not what you think they are. A male have to sell a very good picture for you to fall for it. All right, Terrance J. Terrance J. How does Terrance J view his 20 years younger wife? But it's definitely given, like, we got the Knight of Swords. We've got the Knight of Swords energy. It's crazy because youth and beauty and aura and that's woman's currency. That's all you need. Your youth, your beauty, your aura. That's all you need. If you feel like you need anything else, baby, you lost. You don't even have to come from wealth. I'm telling you, being a woman, your beauty, your youth, fertility, your the pearly gates that you was born with, that knockers, knock them out, that Benadryl downstairs. That's all you need as a woman. That is your currency. And if you hold more value for a man's wallet than you do for yourself, when you are actually worth more than any amount of money a man could give you, you already losing. That man don't just need to be giving you money, providing for you, protecting you. You don't need to just be out here getting going to the highest bidder as a woman. It's more than just the money part. See, people talk about the money part. They don't talk about nothing else. That man needs to respect you as a human being. He needs to see you as sacred. From the time he wakes up to the time he goes to sleep, he should be thinking about, how can I make my wife, the girl that I'm dating, happier? How can he needs to treat you as sacred. But here's the thing about women. Women don't truly believe in their own sacrality, because mentally, women are cesspools. Because from the day you are born, the war to get you to give up your vagina for the lease has started. To psychologically, mentally, physically, spiritually break a woman starts as soon as she is born. And they never let up, because the male has to run a 24/7 machine on breaking women so that he can gain access. This down here is all, I'm telling you, women sitting on gold mines, and they sitting up here casting their gold mines to swine, because someone somewhere has successfully broken them. Somebody wants to create an inadequacy in a woman because it's going to be easier for that man to get your pussy. That's what it's all about. And women who join in are jealous and envious. If you as a woman have maintained any type of high standard and you ain't going for dumpster juice, them women gonna be triggered, because they have allowed society and allow men or a man to successfully break them. They don't have the willpower, the fortitude to say, nigga, you ain't getting nothing from me until you show and prove yourself. I remember that this lady, she was telling women they got to be X, Y, and look, if you have this mentality, you are losing. You are losing in this race, man versus woman. This is your mentality as a woman. Okay? All niggas came for is one thing. You mean to tell me that you're about to go on this self-empowerment journey, this healing journey. This journey, you doing all this to be chosen by a man who just wants your fucking vagina. You really don't have to do all this. If your idea to get chosen by a man is you got to be healed, you got to be whole, you got to be... Baby, you're thinking too much. It don't take all that. You're losing already. I got to be picked by a man. You're backwards. You do the picking as a woman. The man don't pick you. You pick the fucking man. That is women's problem. If everything that you're doing in life is to get picked by a man who really just only there for your pussy, everything else is a plus, not a requirement. Your pussy is a requirement. You mean to tell me that you are doing all of this shit to be picked by a man who only came for one thing, ma'am? You're silly. You're lost it already. You as the woman is the fucking picker. You as the woman is the selector, not the fucking man. The man has to do all this. You're backwards. The man has to do all this to obtain you, to get you to pick him. You are doing it wrong. You are doing it wrong as a woman. Because the man's objective is to gain the most for the least. Think about it. So if you are sitting up here as a woman, somebody did hell of a good job convincing. Hell of a good job. Hell of a good job convincing somebody. So if you as a woman, that's all I'm going to say. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is how he's viewing her. So he's viewing her as a tough cookie. Knight of Swords. Cold, detached, highly intelligent, well-spoken. He's viewing her as a tough cookie. Knight of Swords. Like, she don't play that. Okay? This is somebody that is, look, she is high. Look, high up on the totem pole with the world card energy. This is someone who is well-renowned, or he sees her or views her as well-renowned, very educated. Like, she is not playing. She's not playing. Okay? She's high achieving. She could be well-traveled. Could have traveled. But she's just very, very high IQ. Very intelligent. This is how he's viewing her. Okay? Like, this is what a relationship is supposed to be. A relationship is supposed to be the man saying, how can I win your favor? Woman is God. Woman is God. This is exactly how a relationship is supposed to be. How can I win her favor? If a nigga ain't trying to impress you, ain't trying to win your favor, ain't trying to maintain winning your favor, you never kiss that relationship goodbye. Because that man is gaining everything and you're losing everything. Which is why I don't understand why any woman would buy a nigga. You gotta be kidding me. You buying these niggas. They leeches. And you buying them. You buying a nigga to suck you dry. Make it make sense. Those women are severely broken. Severely. And I don't give a fuck what confident shit that they had. They faking. What high standards they faking. What? I don't give a fuck. Those women are broken. Any woman that's sitting up here trying to figure out how she can be picked by a man that's only there for one thing is broken. The bitch is backwards. The man need to be winning your favor. You have all the world to offer. You're going to be doing most of the labor. You even in creating a child, birthing nations, you are going to be doing most of the labor. Baby, your very presence is enough. You giving him your motherfucking pearls, yo, guap 3,000 is enough in itself, in and of itself, because they only came for one thing. Everything else is just a plus. The man, every day that man wake up, he should be worshiping your ass. How can I win her favor? Real talk. Every day that man wake up. How can I win her favor? Worship you. Woman is God. We got the sun here as the advice. They might be having a boy child or they're going to have a child. Baby, they plan for everything. I didn't know what to expect with this reading, but they plan for everything. Okay, with this sun energy coming through. Okay. That man, every day he wakes up, he needs to, how can I win her favor? He needs to fear losing you. Every day he wakes up. If he ain't on that type of time, you're broken somewhere. And you're not being honest with yourself. Because how could you end up married to this? Out of all the men that you choose to commit to, how do you end up with a man who does not value your presence? Every day he wakes up, he needs to be saying, how can I win her favor? How can I keep her? A lot of women is sitting up here saying, how can they win a man's favor? And all that nigga do is take, drain. Energy vampires, energy siphoners. He only care about one thing, is pussy. And you done gave him that. Why are you saying, how can I win favor from a leech as a woman? Why are you saying that? It's not you who waits to be picked, it's the male. So we got the sun energy coming through. So the sun energy coming through as the advice. I'm telling y'all, this is giving like a Russell Wilson type of energy. This is like, the energy flow that I'm reading up on this couple is so positive. All right, I am going to do a shadow just because, but y'all, it's so positive. I don't know what to say. It's so positive. 7 of Pentacles, look how happy. Look, fruitful. Investments paying off. This person, I'm telling you, his energy is, how can I win her favor? How can I stay in her good graces? How? This is a couple that has planned. Like, financially planned. I'm going to be shocked if they divorce. They planned for their baby, planned for their child. They planned. Okay. Wow. They set a foundation, a solid foundation, even though the sun in the 7 of Pentacles is needs to be more optimistic, okay? Needing to be more patient and trusting in divine timing here. So somebody made somebody wait. Okay, somebody made somebody wait, or somebody, y'all know in the Bible with that Rachel story, where that man said, if you want my daughter, you gotta work for me for 10 years, and he worked for her for 10 years to obtain that woman. Like, that's the energy. And it's crazy because I think Terrance J is Black American. That's wild. This is a good, like, crazy. But a part of me kind of knew that, like, because old men, a lot of couples, you know, I know in today's time, it's taboo, right, for age gap couples, for women and men. Chirac hit my description box, hypec.com, or you can click on the links and get your reading there, love. Okay. You have to pay first to get your question answered. This is a beautiful union. A beautiful union. And it's crazy because for some reason I was thinking about my astrology chart and my son's astrology chart. And there's something about their astrology charts. They're complementary. Very complementary. Let me see. Damn, his shit done died on me. Let's do the 4 cards. We done got their foundation. They got a good foundation. Give me more. Come on. And the Referral. Oh yeah, give me the truth and nothing but the truth. Yeah, 10 of Wands. This man had to work for her. 10 of Wands. He had to work for her. He had to do all this just to crack. Basically. 10 of Wands. Somebody could be very high maintenance. Or somebody requires a lot of maintenance with the 10 of Wands. This motherfucker, she knows she fine. She knows she fine. She know her worth. She knows. She knows. I know a nigga hate that. A nigga hate a woman that know the power of her pussy and know that she's fine and know that she can have whatever she want whenever with whoever. A nigga hate a bitch like that. Because if he really wants her, he's actually going to have to give more than he gets. Or anything that he gets, he has to work for it. Because there's always somebody there that could take his place. That's another thing why I don't get why women stay with cheating men. You're broken. And the woman will spend all this time focused on the women that these men cheat with. Demonizing these women. Trying to hex these women that they men cheat with. Trying to curse these women's love life. But ma'am. So I guess the nigga that cheats on you, because that's really the problem. The nigga you're with who cheats on you is the problem. Yet I don't see you cursing his love life. I don't see you saying karma's a bitch. You know, he gonna get his. I don't see it. All her focus and energy is focused on the bitches he's sleeping with. Trying to turn them down. Turn them down. Like, I don't understand. Why don't you just leave him, man? Why don't you just leave him? He's dead weight anyways. Leave the nigga. He's a cheater. Those women don't do it because they think the man is some type of prize that he's not. You're the prize. But you think he's the prize. That's why your dumb ass stand. Okay? There is no need to be obsessing over fucking men cheating. Who cares? When you as a woman know your worth, you can put that nigga back in the pond and get another one. And another one. And another one. Keep those standards high. Only reason why women, and it ain't even the fact that he's cheating, it's the fact that she cares. The only reason why you are obsessing over women, cause you know your man a hoe. You know he's a hoe. You know he's a hoe. That's why you sitting up here hating on other women, jealous of other women. Cause you're in constant fight or flight. Is he gonna sleep with her next? Is he gonna sleep with her next? You're codependent. You're broken. Leave the nigga. Cause what one nigga won't do, another one will. But when you don't see yourself as the prize, and you think that man who ain't doing nothing but leeching on your ass, because the man thing is to get the most for the least. He ain't doing shit but leeching on you. Why you think a leech is more valuable than you as a woman? You're codependent and you're broken. You are broken. And because you don't have the strength, the willpower, the confidence, you don't see yourself as sacred as a woman. Instead of you just leaving that nigga alone and get you another one, your bitch ass would rather focus on the women. You would rather hate on the women. I don't give a fuck about a side bitch. I know I'm the shit. I know you ain't never finding another like me. I don't give a fuck about a side bitch. I don't give a fuck about that nigga. When you know you a big deal, you're not insecure about others. When I date, I don't give a fuck if a nigga serial dates. I don't care. Because I know none of them bitches ain't me. I don't care. I don't be scrummaging 24/7 thinking about, he's dating Keisha. Oh, I must not be good enough. I da 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 da. That nigga is looking for the woman who's gonna give him the most for the least and see him as the prize. He's looking for a broken bitch. An ass backwards ass bitch. And I'm in the dating pool looking for the highest bidder. We got two different objectives. The moon energy is coming through. Things being revealed. Okay. I don't know if this girl works with magic or she's into the esoteric, but it's giving the energy that she's into the esoteric. I'm not going to go off on the deep end and say that she does magic or root work or stuff like that. I'm not going to go off into the deep end, okay? But I will say that this girl is tapped in. That's all I'm going to say. She's tapped in to the portals. She's tapped in to the esoteric. She has higher knowledge that most people will not understand, will not grasp, would not get, would not. Two of Cups coming through. Yeah. This woman, I don't want to allude that she fucks with magic or does magic, or I'm not going to allude to that. I'm just going to say she is tapped in. That's all I'm going to say. She has honed her power all the way. Like uses her power all the way, full capacity. Unstoppable. She is what women should be. And it's crazy because people will assume because a woman is young, right? She's 20, she's 19, she's 18. We ain't gonna go no younger than that, okay? Okay, because people get taboo and weird. All right, so we just gonna say we're gonna stop at 18, okay? When a woman is 18, 19, 20, 21, they think all women, trust me, I know. The first old dude I dated, I was 23. He 22 going on 23. He was 50. Well, he was 45, right? He was 45 going on 46. Okay, now he's in his 50s and I'm 33. But it's so funny because guys, right? Every guy assumes because I'm super young that I don't see, that I'm not a seer, that I'm not hip to game, that I'm not wise, that I'm not. Do y'all know my baby daddy was shocked when I started spitting game to his ass? I told him I'm not one of these young ass dumb bitches. He was shocked. He was shocked, y'all. Do y'all know he was shocked? I stood up for myself because he was abusive. But I stood up for myself way more than any older bitch. Age is just a number. And some of these young girls got more sense than old bitches. So don't judge a book by its cover. Wisdom don't have a age. Being wise or being street smart don't have an age. Being able to see through people's illusions don't have an age. That's why I laugh when people assume because somebody's older, they're wiser. Are they? It's a bunch of dumbass old people like my baby daddy. Fools. Are they? You can't fix stupid. If a motherfucker was dumb and repeating the same lessons, expecting different results, and he repeats the same karmic cycles all his life, that's an old fool. He's unwise. Age is just a number. Two of Cups. Yeah, like mutual love, mutual look. Seven of Wands. Look, it's like I got to have her. A lot of people be hollering at this woman and can't gain access. A lot. Five of Wands. A lot. Look at them all battling. This hurt right here. Five of Wands. Competition. Jealous. Look. He guarding this girl with his life like that's my girl. Look, a man. Let's get one card for the background energy. A man, right, should be doing everything in his power to keep you where you don't look elsewhere. Six of Wands. This girl is popular, high commodity. Like, I feel like maybe she's not even dated outside her race, but this girl is high achieving. Six of Wands energy. Highly confident, leadership abilities. Like, y'all, I'm getting my what's the tea deck on this. Like, for real. Six of Wands. The Justice energy. Background energy. I don't know if she's kin to, if she got like political ties or she's kin to people in high places. But that's what we got. Like, she's got it all. Okay? Alpha, Omega. Sigma. Bitch. Like, but, yeah. Like, a person that I was looking at Aries, Mars, and Gemini. Aries, Mars, because I don't know why I was drawn to this when I was channeling, but I was drawn to my chart, Aries, Mars, and Gemini, midheaven. Like, and I was trying to think like why I was the way I was, and I was thinking about my Mars and my midheaven. Like that, like kind of stood out to me. So having Oh yeah, so I was thinking about what's gonna be your habits. Um, so your Mars and your midheaven together. This is my own philosophy. Your Mars and your midheaven together exposes what your habits are gonna be. Like for example, mine is Aries Mars and Gemini midheaven. So it means that I may spark a lot of projects, but I don't complete them because Gemini is very scattered energy. You know, Gemini loses interest really fast. Gemini hops and skips around everywhere, and Gemini is my midheaven. So my Gemini midheaven shows that I like versatility, shows that I'm a jack of all trades, shows that I am, you know, I'm everywhere. I'm everything, I'm everywhere, and nothing at all. Okay? So my Gemini midheaven mixed with my Aries Mars. So what this tells me about my habits. Okay? Because Aries Mars, they think they go before they think. Like they jump into things before they think. It's a very intense energy. You know, Aries energy is like, because your midheaven deals with your career and reputation, and then it's Capricorn house ruled, Saturn energy, and then your Mars is the god of war. Okay, Mars, I really don't know what that actually. Let me see what Mars is about. Mars and astrology. I feel like this lady may know astrology. Like I said, I feel like she's into all this like heavy. Like she's not just a pretty face. Um, but Mars represents action, energy, and desire. So Aries, if you ever know anything about Aries, you can't tell an Aries shit. Aries is a manifester. Aries is, they get it going. You get what I'm saying? So this is my own philosophy, meaning you ain't gonna find this on the net. I came up with this thought myself because I was thinking about my life as it pertains to my chart. Okay? So I was thinking like my habits, Gemini and Aries Mars. So Aries jumps head first into shit without thinking about it. Okay? They have very strong leadership qualities. They're heavy manifestors. You can't convince an Aries out of shit. Like Aries is a force to be reckoned. Okay? Aries is gonna get their fucking way. Right? By any means necessary. Aries don't back down from shit. Okay? Now, my midheaven is Gemini. So Gemini is very scattered energy, very all over the place. Gemini is. Geminis are like mad scientists or mad genius, but everybody thinks they crazy. Okay? Everybody thinks Gemini is the crazy person, but yet Gemini actually is the same person. Gemini makes total sense. When you think about people stereotype about Gemini, right? When they say Geminis or bipolar or two-faced or duality, they're a dual nature, right? If you is dealing with life and you ain't became dual nature or you have not became crazy from dealing with life, you're a psychopath. Something wrong with you. Cause how the fuck is what? You going through life with no problems, no nothing, unscathed, no traumas, no nothing. You nothing. The thing about Geminis is Geminis, what you see is what you get. That's why they come across as bipolar. Geminis don't hide their dual nature. Most people do. Most people hide. Geminis don't hide their dual nature. They don't give a fuck. They don't give two flying fucks. If they are fucking bored today and then crying the same day 5 seconds later, then that's just what it is. Gemini don't give a fuck. They don't hide. That's why people think they're bipolar. or two-faced. But in reality, most people are two-faced. Most people are two-faced. Everybody get this online courage. Everybody, even some of the people that be like, I'm the realest nigga ever, them bitches is even two-faced. But a Gemini, people want to go at they necks because they live in their truths. You see their emotional reactions live. So now, Geminis are bad people. Crazy. But Geminis are actually geniuses. Geminis are actually ahead of their time. Most people won't get it. So I have this Gemini midheaven, right? This scattered energy. And I have this Aries, Mars. So what that tells me is I start projects but don't finish them. Start projects but don't finish them. I become interested in something else, don't finish them. This is my habits. Start things, don't finish it. Half-ass things, right? Because I get distracted and interested in something else. You know, just like a Gemini could read a little bit from a book and then could regurgitate shit to you like they're an expert. Geniuses. Mental geniuses. Geminis are. Okay? Even the dumbest Geminis that I've ran into seek knowledge. But yeah, a Gemini could read something. They don't got to read the whole motherfucking book. They could read something a little bit and will make you feel like they done read the whole book and they're an expert. That Geminis are smart as fuck. But people call them crazy. So, I don't know what that's about. But that Aries, Mars, Gemini, midheaven energy is like, there's something about this girl where she's like, she's young, but she's an old soul. Or she's young, but she's like, she gets it. She's light years ahead of bitches that still don't get it and they 60 years old. Like, she is ahead of her time. I don't know if she's an Aquarius. Some of the signs here is Leo, the sun energy, Aquarius, Capricorn, the world card. That's what I'm getting. But it's something about her where she's young, but she ain't young. Like, if that makes sense. Like, her mind is futuristic. Her mind is, she has the sense of a 60-year-old wise woman. But she's in a 20-year-old body with a 20-year-old face. Like, she is advanced, if that makes sense. But yeah, so Aries, I don't know, but it's giving Aquarius. Maybe even Capricorn, I would say. Like a Lori Harvey type of energy. Maybe even a Pisces. But yeah. Like, she gets it. She just gets it. Yeah, but a lot of people want her. She's a hot commodity. Some people may even be obsessed with her. But this guy, Terrance J, like, he's willing to do the most. So he don't want room or space for another man to take her away. So he's giving, he's like a Russell Wilson. Okay. He's like a Russell Wilson. We're going to do some shadows because I've been on like tarot for a minute just for like double confirmation. Give me more. Okay. We're going to do one for her, one for him, and the connection. Like, he's constantly winning favor with her. Constantly winning favor. Like, he don't want to make room for any other man to come in and get her. So it says serial monogamous. Okay, so this could be her, this could be him. Do you have a fear of abandonment and engage in relationships quickly without being single for too long? Who the fuck is a Tyrese? Somebody could be a Capricorn. Somebody's a Therese. A Tyrese. Y'all know, I don't know if y'all know Tyrese always get married, always it says you move from one romantic relationship to another very quickly, spending as little time single as possible. Okay. It's kind of like how Russell Wilson divorced one girl and got into another relationship with Russell Wilson divorced one girl and then got into a relationship and married Sierra very quickly. Like, waste no time. That's what be so funny. Like, girls be sitting up here, they gotta spend 10 years. You gotta spend 10 years to get over a scumbag, bitch? No way. This nigga done sucked one person dry, and he's moving on to the next. No problem. And it's taking you 10 years? Girl. The truth of the matter is, it's like, this man they have already been broken before they met that man. Right? And they need 10 years to heal. It's not 10 years to heal from the relationship. It's much deeper than that. Damn. God is really speaking through me right now. It's much deeper than that. Okay? Like, the person, whatever trauma they had, or whatever insecurity or inadequacy they had growing up in their past, they're having to heal from that. Their traumas or inadequacies or issues that they had prior to meeting that guy, right, led to them choosing that guy. All right, choosing out of a self-limiting belief, choosing out of them not feeling good enough from whatever traumas or whatever that they had prior. So really, it's not taking them, it's not taking them 10 years to heal from a guy. It's taking them 10 years. Yeah, God is speaking. Angels are speaking. It's taking them 10 years to undo and get past traumas from their childhoods. Inadequacies picked up from their childhoods. That led them to choose that scumbag in the first place. 10 years. It's just that relationship triggered or was the catalyst to them healing what was actually wrong with them, instead of hiding behind relationships, instead of hiding behind a man, instead of hiding behind sex. So really, it's not taking them 10 years to heal from that man, but they were unhealed to begin with. They were broken to begin with. So those 10 years is for them to get to the root of the problem. So we've got this serial monogamous energy. You move from one romantic relationship to another very quickly, spending as little time single as possible. So somebody is a Tyrese. I don't know if this is Terrance J or if this is her. But like, motherfucker is a professional ring popper or a ring or an engagement, whatever. Okay? You may become addicted to the high of a new relationship, and when the excitement wears off, you move on to the next relationship in search of the next high. You do not fully allow others into your life or feel the effects of a secure relationship. Somebody is a Tyrese. How you gonna up and leave me now? How you gonna act like that? Yeah, somebody's a Tyrese. You do not fully allow others into your life or feel the effects of a secure relationship. This is a protective strategy that allows you to avoid getting hurt and keeps you from fully committing emotionally and allowing others to know and really love you. So this could be her thing. So she could be a professional Like, niggas be proposing, or a lot of niggas want a commitment with her. Like, this could be her. So this is a protective strategy that allows you to avoid getting hurt and keeps you from fully committing emotionally and allowing others to know and really love you. So this nigga, Ten of Wands, is going to be working for her forever. Gaining her trust. Like he's under a spell. Like he's always going to be working for her favor. Like, even after marriage, it's still not done here. And allowing others to know and really love you. This may have stemmed from childhood abandonment issues where you were left to fend for yourself when you needed love the most. Or you might have been starved for attention due to others getting better treatment or more affection than you. The first step is to identify the patterns. Notice the reason why relationships ended and which partner ended the relationship. Perfection doesn't exist. Perfection doesn't exist. Notice the reason why relationships ended and which partner ended the relationship. Also notice the patterns of wanting to end the relationship as soon as conflict arises or when the high wears off may help you understand the problem. Learning healthy communication techniques, clear boundaries, and conflict resolution strategies can help work through the challenging times that eventually come up in our relationship. So, hard to please. Never satisfied. Never convinced. This nigga's gonna be working to convince this girl for a lifetime, okay? If they last that long. All right. But perfection doesn't exist. It's like humans are flawed. Including her. But she may not feel that she is, or she may it's just this energy of it's this energy of like somebody who act like they shit don't stink. That's what the energy is giving. So we got the self-critical energy for Terrance J. Are you constantly trying to improve yourself because you fear the judgment or disapproval? Look, self-critical. I told y'all, double confirmation. Okay? Are you constantly trying to improve yourself because you fear the judgment or disapproval from others? Okay, he's scared to lose her. You are inclined to find fault. He's scared to lose her. She has all the power. She has all the say-so. She has all. He's scared to lose her. You are inclined to find fault in yourself by criticizing the actions or decisions you make on a daily basis. Self-critical. Perfection doesn't exist. Like, this man, there's something about her that is very perfection doesn't exist. That's all I'm gonna say. 57. And it's kind of like this guy, he has to work overtime to hide his flaws. This isn't really true love, but this isn't true love. You may never feel completely content with yourself, constantly feeling like you can never do or be enough. Okay, this is his energy. This persistent self, he feels like she is out of his league. But it's so crazy because she's a flawed human being just like you. He puts her on some type of pedestal. And he's a fanboy. This persistent self-criticism leaves you feeling inadequate with your weaknesses, shortcomings, and mistakes weighing heavily on your mind. It seems like you can never catch a break. Yeah, it seems like everything is never enough. It's never enough. This lady she's very particular. She's very like I said, she plans out her whole life. She's cookie cutter. She's very I don't know if this girl dealt with magic or not. We're not gonna go that deep into it. Like, that's That's off into the ethereal. We're not going to go deep and say she does magic. I'm not going to do that. She's esoteric. She's into esoteric knowledge. That's all I'm going to say. We're not going to go off into calling her a witch or none of that. Okay. That's too much for folks. I'm going to try to keep it grounded. Yeah, so let's get this 57. Being overly critical of yourself breeds feelings of sadness and shame, causing you to dwell on your errors and failures. This woman is particular about the diet. She's particular about the look. No wrinkle in the clothes. Like, she is precision up and down. I don't know if she's a Virgo, or Leos could be this way too. Tauruses could be this way. Capricorns could be this way. Because Keisha Kayor is like a Capricorn. Being overly critical of yourself breeds feelings of sadness and shame, causing you to dwell on your errors and failures. Early childhood experiences and the feedback received from caregivers played a significant role in shaping your identity. Or this could be him. He could be one that is very Virgo, 6th house energy, very I have to diet like this. Live a little, motherfucker. I have to diet like this. I have to have this. I have to look like this. Everything has to be crisp. No flaws, no errors, no nothing. Like, cut to perfection. Like, and the chick that he's with, like, is on that same type of time, but perfection doesn't exist. Everybody's flawed. And it's crazy because this woman may feel like that she has no flaws, okay? Like, this woman, if she even gets a stretch mark, I will be shocked if she decides to have a child. Like, they're perfectionists. They're porcelain. Okay? They're like Keisha Kayor. Double ganger. Let me see. If this feedback was... It's like this motherfucker is dating the president. I swear to God. It's like this motherfucker is dating the president's daughter. Or dating, Queen Elizabeth's daughter. Like, very tedious. Very. Can't have not one flaw. Can't have not one humanist thing about them. It'll end up in the tabloids. Like, it's almost like this motherfucker is dating the president's daughter. Like, that's the energy. Or a king's daughter, Off with his head if he hurts her. If this feedback was predominantly negative instead of a constructive, it's likely instilled a sensitivity to making mistakes and a fear of being inferior to others. To counter this, start by observing your thoughts and physical sensations, which can help reduce negative thinking. Then work on increasing your self-compassion. So both of these energies need to give their self room for error, grace. And accepting that being human means being fallible, and that's perfect. Oh, and that's perfectly okay. Not a stain on me. Not a stain. These people are perfectionists. This couple is very porcelain. Very Barbie and Ken. Porcelain. Okay. Give me more. Very Queen Elizabeth and whoever the fuck her husband is. Like, porcelain. Perfectionist. Precise. Unforgiving. Like, oh, it's so crazy. Because, like, somebody does not give this person any type of grace at all. It's like, if you step wrong, I don't know if they smoke and drink or not, but it's kind of like, if you step wrong, this motherfucker's at your neck. Unforgiving. If you say the wrong word, like, somebody has this energy of the royal family. Like, that's the energy of the royal family. Or y'all know how Beyonce is? Keep a clean-cut image, real porcelain. Like that. Are you unforgiving because you yourself is a perpetrator of deception and spite? You hold on to anger and refuse to forgive people who have wronged you in the past. So one little step, one little misstep, and this person, somebody has built this wall up. Because it says unforgiving as the connection. Like, how dare you not be perfect? How dare? This is not something rooted in love. I can tell you that now. I live my life based off of the 12 commandments. Okay? And I'm going to read that to you. Because it's on this phone and I can't, look. So now my life is literally orchestrated. The foundation of my life is literally orchestrated by love. And I have 12 commandments that I live by. You know how people have the 10 commandments they live by in the Bible? I have 12 commandments that I live by about what love is. You guys, if you want a personal reading, check the link in my description box. You can either book through Hype-C or you can book through my pay links, okay? To get personal live readings, all right? So go ahead and book with me to get your questions answered. Check me out. Yeah, but habit. So these energies, this is perfectionist. So the Mars energy, because the person is very particular and analytical about everything. And I'm trying to think who is the perfectionist signs. Libra, Sagittarius. So somebody could have a midheaven in Capricorn, Virgo, Libra, Leo, Capricorn. They could have a midheaven or Mars and Virgo, Capricorn, Leo, this is not love. I'll tell you that now. This is coming with helly conditions. Somebody is helly porcelain. Helly porcelain. It just kind of feel like, is he marrying the president's daughter or some king or prince daughter? Because that's what energy, like immense presence. It's like, don't embarrass me. Terrance J, don't embarrass me. She kind of remind me of that, like, there's this chick on this Tyler Perry show where she's selling this perm, and I guess this perm make other people's hair fall out. She was an actress in Acrimony. So let me see what her name is. Very beautiful, very beautiful. She almost looks like Rihanna. Her name is Crystal Stewart. No, that's not her name. They kind of look alike. Her name is Ajona Alexis. Okay, she plays as Melinda in Acrimony. Let me see. Her name is Ajona Alexis. Let's see. Trying to think of the name of this show because, like, cover up a lot of scandal. Okay, you're covering up a lot of scandal. It might have been BMF, but I can't, like, really remember. But this was a family that It's a Tyler Perry movie, I thought. But this was a family. It might have been BMF. You need to book it and then I do it over live. Okay, you can do Hype C. Hype C is more of a discounted. Hype C HY. It's in the description box. Click on my description box. Click on that link, Hype C, Queen of Blunt Truth, and like book with me there. Agiona Alexis. I think it might have been BMF. I think it might have been the show BMF, because like they trying to hide like I thought it was by Tyler Perry, but I don't know why. This might not be. She was in Acrimony. But yeah, she played as like just watch the show. Agiona Alexis. Let me see. She plays as the wife of this guy who's like a coke addict, and she's married into this super affluent, wealthy family that's built a whole empire off a hair care line. But they're losing money due to like the perm, like burning out everybody's hair. I can't remember the name of the show or the movie. Okay, I don't remember. Okay, but yeah. That's the energy. It's like, don't embarrass me. Like, that's her energy. Wow. It's definitely a Tyler Perry flick. About a rich black family who got rich off of, I was watching it at my mother's. He's got a lot. Tyler Perry, I don't know if it's Beauty in Black or he's got a lot of movies, damn. It might have been Beauty in Black, but I'm not for sure. I'm not for sure. Yeah, Crystal Stewart is her name. I got the wrong girl. Crystal Stewart is her name. Yeah, I don't know if y'all can see her, but that's who she reminds me of. That's the energy I'm picking up off of Crystal Stewart. Yep, this is the movie with the Beauty in Black. It is a sitcom. So she acts like this lady who's married to one of the rich sons. Her name Crystal Stewart. She's married to one of the rich sons. Yeah. Wow. That's what she reminds me of. Make sure y'all go watch Beauty in Black. Looking for Crystal Stewart, the real bougie girl that's married to the dude that's like a fuck up and a coke addict. Like, and she's like, get it together. I don't care about you sleeping with your little whores. Like, this bitch is cold. Oh, girl, Terrance J wife is a cold piece. Cold piece. I'm like, don't embarrass me. Like, y'all gotta watch Beauty in Black. It's giving royal family. It's giving the energy of a royal family. You know how royals choose who they're gonna marry. Like, it's not even about love for real. Like, this is not love. This is not love at all. Like, I'm gonna discard you or punish you or distance myself from you the moment you have one flaw. Like, this person is Helly Barbie and Ken, Helly Porcelain. Like this lady. Wow. Like, this bitch is like, why are you sneezing? Because, bitch, humans sneeze. That's why. Ew. That's so nasty. Like, that's her energy. Ugh. What's up, Kakashi? Let's see what type of spell work that she would do. I feel like she would do spell work to make him more porcelain, to make him more perfect. Like, everything she do is with tact. Look at the medication blocks. Pharmacy issues. Can't get your meds on time. Doctor stops or changes your meds. Delayed prescriptions. Feeling like shit. Somebody could take prescriptions or anxiety medicine. Either she does or he does, or they both do, or they both need to. Because, like, bitch, take a chill pill. Okay. Using dolls to manipulate molding clay and mud wax, straw and grass, wood and bone, stuffing dolls with herbs. Voodoo dolls. Does this girl even really like sex like that? Ew. Germs. Like, and that's why I be telling these guys, like, they be fantasizing, like, yeah, routine spell work, medication blocks. Motherfucker better be careful. Constant hits, obsessed with hexing you, blocks and misfortune. Paying big bucks to take you down. It's giving imprisonment. Open windows. For what's the juju? Let me in. Using the window as a passageway. Put protection around your windows, waiting for a chance to get inside. There is something about this person that is very private, very, like, what stays in, what goes on in the home stays in the home. Very, like, she's just kind of a Beyonce. Very porcelain. Like, or she's like Norma. I don't know if y'all know that Norma chick that be making those housewife TikTok videos and shit. And it's kind of like, she may have like prejudice, skin color, bigoted, a lot of flaws. Or she may have like her political shit, like, but she don't answer. She don't answer shit. She don't respond to shit. Like, she's like Beyonce. Illusion magic. Okay, seeing phantoms of a person, making something seem real, hallucinating the presence of a person. Illusion magic. Routine spell work. Like, and this person, if somebody knows like any of her secrets, or somebody knows something from her past or from her background, she's gonna end it. Like, she is very not one hair out of place type of chick. Okay, let's do more here. Not one hair out of place. Look, she's Bridezilla here. Look, it says snap bitch at the back of the deck. Flip the fuck out. Snap out on everyone. Irritable. Creating drama. Getting into fights. Angry as fuck. Like, one flaw. What? You spilled ketchup on my marble floors? That's her energy. But back to what I was saying. It's crazy that, like, that's why, like, sometimes it be so funny when dudes be like, oh, I want me a virgin. Oh, I want this. But then the girl is, like, really dry in bed, or, like, really not all that in bed, or her coochie ain't really hitting on shit. But, like, her decorations look nice. So these guys, you know, get with these chicks, right? but they really want to do a whole bunch of freaky shit, or they really want to, and this is kind of like why the sexy reds and the Cardi B's are so popular. Because it's like a motherfucker feel like they could let their hair down. Okay? And like these people, while they have stains in some form or fashion as women, it's kind of like their vibe, their aura is wow, you know, and they fuck amazing. Like you can do all the freaky shit that you want to do. Like no judgment, no making you feel dirty. Like this person is hyper conservative. You know? And it's like, look, mob mentality. Like she ain't not clearing up shit. She is not gonna say anything or clear up shit. And truth lives. Like there could be some type of corruption going on. Maybe it don't have anything to do with her. She could be a Libra. Maybe it doesn't have anything to do with her, but like, yeah. Let's get going here. Give me more ancestor spirit, guys. Like nothing is ever gonna be good enough. Nothing this person does is ever gonna be good enough. Like we're gonna see why do people pursue perfection. Because look, as I said that, y'all can't tell me I ain't no motherfucking psychic. As I said that, this card pops out. Perfection. Can't tell me I ain't no motherfucking psychic. Triple confirmation that they're perfectionists. We picked it up in the tarot. We picked it up in the shadow deck. We picked it up. Like somebody could suffer a lot from anxiety. Like perfection. As I said this, and this is on her side. Like she's gonna always be let down or disappointed because perfection doesn't exist. But we're gonna see why do people pursue perfection for what? That is crazy. I asked that question and that card pops out. Y'all can't tell me I ain't no psychic. Y'all seen that shit live. I ain't cheat. I didn't peep. I didn't nothing. I'm telling y'all, spirit is really speaking to me today. And look, we have discovery here. We have discovery for Terrance. And it's crazy. Both of these are red cards, which deals with the root chakra, which deals with your foundation, which deals with your and gratitude, being grateful, gratitude. Somebody come from good stock, y'all. Good family, good stock. But there is no love here. This is not rooted in love. It's giving very much arranged marriage. It's giving. Somebody is really good on paper. Like I'm telling you, somebody have heavy Virgo in their chart. It could be Virgo 6th house in their rising Virgo, or 6th house in their Mars or Venus or Moon or 10th house. Sagittarius can be like this as well. Leos can be like this. Just bridezillas. Okay. Not open-minded. Let me see. You know, to try to play God, like that person's not sitting by me because they have a different morale than me, a different practice, a different. Ew, get away. That's their energy. It's kind of like, you know how those people try to play God in other people's life, and they feel like because you don't live the way they live, or you don't have the same belief system or morale or mentality that they have, they feel like that you're undeserving. Okay? Like that's her energy. She could be dogmatic. Very dogmatic. Very insensitive. It's crazy though, because the Queen of Cups is here. Someone who feels like they don't have any shortcomings, like, because that's her energy. This gives me the energy of somebody who would do plastic surgery. She could be an INFJ personality. Let's see. Let's do psychology. The psychological concept related to individuals who believe they have no flaws is often associated with narcissism. It's weird I kind of picked up somebody could be narcissist. Because narcissists typically have God complexes and they don't feel like they have flaws. Often associated with narcissism or perfectionism, or can stem from a need to avoid accountability. This belief can manifest as an inflated sense of self-importance, a lack of empathy, and a difficulty accepting criticism. Narcissistic personality. Exaggerated sense of self-importance. Individuals with narcissistic traits may believe they are superior to others and entitled to special treatment. She fits it. Lack of empathy. Matter of fact, she's selective empathetic. She is not empathetic for you or care about your existence, or like she feels like you don't deserve her compassion or empathy if you don't fit into her picture perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just kind of how like a lot of women are like low-key really narcissistic, because like they're going to base their support of you, like they're not really girls like they say they are. It's like they're only accepting of certain women, okay? They're not really girls. Their love is conditional, okay? Like if you're too attractive, them bitches are not going to want to support you. If you're too smart, they're not going to want to support you. Like, you have to be like them, like a herd mentality, a herd, like a cult. That's how women are, okay? If you don't dress like they dress, date how they date, like, you're not a part of the clan, we're not going to support you. Or if they're jealous of you, you're not a part of the clan, we're not going to support you, can't stand your ass, da-da-da-da. They're not really girls, okay? Because girls means you're going to accept women from all walks of life, baby. You're not going to say, well, I'm going to give you humanity based off of, you know, these superficial confinements. If you don't have these superficial confinements, you are undeserving of humanity. And we can attack you and bully you and rip you apart because we don't consider you worthy. That is not a girl's girl. And that's why I don't fuck with women. I don't fuck with this girls mantra. That shit is fake. It's fake. It's fake. Okay? We have need for admiration. They constantly seek validation and praise from others. Difficulty accepting criticism. They may react defensively or angrily. Like this person, this lady, literally, if something falls through or she is wrong, she's going to blame you. Like she's going to shift blame. Y'all know those managers where, yeah, this woman is crazy. Like, that's crazy. Let's just keep going. A need for admiration, difficulty accepting criticism, and defensive mechanism. They might project their flaws onto others or create narratives that justify their actions as a way to avoid acknowledging their own imperfections. This person, this is her, Bridezilla. Perfectionism, unrealistic standards, fear of failure, self-esteem tied to performance, all or nothing thinking. Yeah, to her, there is no baby. Trauma. In some cases, a history of trauma can lead to a distorted sense of self and difficulty with vulnerability, potentially manifesting as a belief in one's own flawlessness as a defense mechanism. Yeah. So saying you're perfect or you don't have any flaws or any imperfections is a defense mechanism to cover up trauma. Somebody have an issue with being vulnerable. This is not love. I'm telling y'all that now. They look nice. They're a pretty painting, but that's it. It's very porcelain. It's very Barbie and Ken in my Barbie house. It's not. It's very like Beyonce. Let's see. Social influence. Individuals who are excessively praised or idealized as children might develop a sense of invincibility and difficulty accepting feedback. So if it ain't trauma for this lady, then it's social influence. Okay, so individuals excessively praised her. She was never questioned. Everybody was a yes man. Her shit was never questioned. So she's not gonna like you if you question her. She's not gonna like you if yeah, she feels like you're a threat to her. It's her world. Okay. Delusional thinking. In extreme cases, the belief in one's own flawlessness could be a symptom of a mental health condition involving delusional thinking. Wow. It's funny because people say this about me, and I just be like, little do they know. When people say that about me, I'll be feeling like, bruh, did you talk to, like, little do they know. Like, y'all, I am self-critical like a motherfucker. I don't give myself enough credit. But it's crazy because, and maybe it's because it's an internal thing. But it's crazy because, like, everybody else sees me as confident, sees me, and I just be like I'm hearing a ghost. Huh? You know, now I do stand up for myself and big myself up, but that's because I'm always tore down. Y'all, all my life I've been tore the fuck down. Okay? Tore down. And maybe this is what has happened to this girl. So because all my life I've been tore down and people never really give me credit for shit, right? Or even if they know I'm excellent, they're not going to admit it to me. They're going to keep it in wraps and silence. You get what I'm saying? Like, I never really got my flowers for anything. All I got was micromanaged and nitpicked apart, picked apart. So I make it my thing, or this is how I take my power back, right? I take my power back because I am my own cheerleader. I hype myself up. I don't lead with my flaws. You know, I have flaws. I have insecurities. I have things that I would like to change, but I don't lead with those things. So a lot of people perceive me as overly confident or arrogant or full of myself. But in all actuality, that's my defense mechanism because nobody ever gives me credit. You know, I get criticized enough. I don't need another criticism. You know, I've even, when I did tarot, I'm always checking and checking and checking and checking. Oh, how could I did this better? How could I do that better? I just never feel like I'm ready, right? To really go full force out there. Like, but I'm excellent. And it's like, I actually don't give myself enough credit. I do not give myself enough credit. So that's why it's weird when people are perceiving me as arrogant. You know, now I do defend myself because you're not about to tell me I'm lackluster. Okay. Especially when I have seen motherfuckers that tell me I'm lackluster. I done seen they wives, they girlfriends. No, your bitch is lackluster. Cause what the fuck? Like, I'm telling you, I've seen guys that'll be like, oh, you don't got this look. Oh, you don't got that. Oh, you don't got that. But then when you see the women that they compliment and bigging up, or the women that they with, it's like, I look better than your bitch. Huh? What? Like, okay, if I look like this and you calling me that, but then you calling that fine, nigga, I can't take you serious. Or like, same way with work. You know, I get railroaded at work a lot. You know, I get sabotaged a lot. Even in my own tarot business, I get sabotaged. People try to block others from buying readings from me. That happens a lot. It's just like, mind your business. Like, this person may need this reading. I could be saving their life. And you're sitting up here trying to block them from getting a message that their ancestors or God wants them to get. Because clearly you're drawn to me for a reason. Purchase a fucking reading. Stop listening to these motherfucking naysayers. Because you could miss out on your blessing. I'm full of wisdom. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm full of wisdom and I don't think like everybody else. Purchase the reading. Whatever you hear from me, you're not gonna hear elsewhere. Because most people don't think outside the box. Most people are tuned into the matrix. Even a lot of tarot readers. I'm one of the rare few that's not. So purchase the fucking reading. And consider the type of powerhouse that I actually am. I'm really charging dirt cheap. I'm really worth more than that. I can literally take people out of their mental prisons. And considering how all my life, even now, I have been torn down, including by my own mother, by my own family members. I have been torn down. I had to find my value in myself. I had to learn how to validate myself. I don't get it from others for real. I had to learn to toot my own horn. I had to learn to love myself. I had to learn to realize my own gifts and talents and skills. I did that. I don't have cheerleaders. I don't have an entourage. I don't have 24/7 since the day I hit motherfucking kindergarten, I have been torn down. And a lot of people are triggered by my gifts. They're triggered that I'm smart. That's a negative to a lot of people. If I start spitting some motherfucking knowledge, it irritates people. If I start sharing words of wisdom, if I start speaking life, it irritates people. If I sing, because I can sing, it irritates people. I'm a little funny, a little comedian, that irritates people. I'm happy, I'm bubbly, that irritates people. I remember I had made a social media post. All right, because I have a lot of people who dislike me. I ain't never done shit to them. I have a lot of people who try to attack me or bring me strife or bring me difficulties. I've never done anything to them. And I had a lady where like she be getting on me, like, because I be so tired and so drained, because once again, I deal with a lot of shit outside of work. Then I gotta go to work and deal with shit too. So I'm drained. And I ain't went off and beat a motherfucker's ass. I think I'm doing pretty good. Because a lot of people deserve an ass whooping from me. And yet I maintain my composure. I think I'm doing pretty good. Okay. When people try to play in my face, I take the high road. I think I'm doing pretty good. You know? Now, of course, you can't go through life unscathed. Of course, you know, the shit that I go through has, like, negative effects, right? Has negative effects, you know? But, like, that's with anybody. Okay? But for the most part, I think I'm doing good. you know? But I don't get a break. I don't catch a break. And because I'm channeling this, it's something either about her or this guy. One of them, okay, or Terrance J. One of these two, they don't catch a break. People do not give them a break. Don't give them grace. Don't give them nothing. And a lot of times people can tear you down. I had to realize that it's not about me. People project on you a lot. People, they're fighting demons. Okay. And they attack you because there's something about you that triggers them. Okay. There's something about you that triggers them or that makes them feel inadequate. They put you on a pedestal. You never asked to be on. I've had people who tell me, oh, you think you're better. I never said I was better. If I thought I was better, would I be here talking to your ass? Oh, who does she think she is? You put me on a pedestal. You think I'm better than you. Those words has never left my mouth, and I don't interact with you in a way where I think I'm better. Because, bitch, technically, if I thought I better, you wouldn't even be able to breathe the same air I breathe, bitch. If we gonna be for real. If I really thought I was better. And it's so crazy because when I interact with humans, right, I try to overlook their flaws or their shortcomings because I get it, we're living a human experience, and we all go through trauma, and we all have been broken by life in some capacity. And not everybody has the same level of strength. Not everybody has the same smarts and stuff like that. Everybody has their own levels of tolerance, and people cope in the way that they cope as a survival tactic. So I try not to judge people. I try to give them grace. I really do. And I give them grace because if I did it, like I said, they wouldn't have access to me. But somehow, some way, people still feel like, who do you think you are? Oh, you think you're better? No, bitch, you think I'm better. My perspective is that we are all extensions of each other. That is my perspective. That human beings are an extension of each other. We are all connected. That is what I believe. So, now, could I be ahead of people? Like I could catch on to things faster? Hell yeah. But that don't make me better. Because there is things those people catch on faster than me. There are things that those people know more than I know. So we all have our shortcomings. So, in all honesty, I don't really believe I'm better than anybody. In all honesty. Now, as a defense mechanism, right? I may defend my uniqueness. Because I realize that I'm very much an outcast. I'm very much different from most people. Okay? It's hard for me to find people that I'm in alignment with because I'm so different. I don't fit in anywhere, in any category. Okay? I just don't. So it's just like, because I understand, because that's what people try to rob me of my uniqueness. They try to demonize. Just like I do tarot cards, or I'm into the esoteric. That's unique. Most people don't know about this shit, are ignorant about this shit. You get what I'm saying? So they try to call me a devil worshiper, a devil. They try to call me a witch. They try to call me doing witchcraft, and tarot cards has nothing to do with witchcraft. People demonize me my whole life. People villainize, even my own mother. Okay? So people, the very thing that is of my essence, people try to rob me from by demonizing. Makeup, same thing. Okay? Anything that I'm extraordinary at, anything that I am, that makes me stand out, people try to demonize. Okay? My makeup, my hair wigs, my wigs I wear, when I dress up, They try to demonize that. My spirituality, they try to demonize that. Or the fact that I'm into astrology, they try to, anything that I love, they demonize. Okay. I do content creation, they try to demonize that. I start a business, they try to demonize that. I start up a spiritual business, they try to demonize that. Okay. Like, yeah. I'm bubbly, I'm social, people demonize that. I smile, people demonize that. Why you don't have an attitude? One motherfucker asked me, why don't I have attitude? Like, oh, I guess because I'm a black woman, I'm supposed to have attitude. Or why are you smiling and happy all the time? Right? People try to take that from me. You know, people will be rude, nasty, unnecessarily mean. And then the people, when I build them up, while I'm building them up, they tearing me down. Never fails. The motherfuckers that I save try to end me in some way, shape, or form. This is a perpetual pattern of behavior that I've noticed. And I don't just learn from my own experiences, I learn from other people's experiences. Most of the knowledge that I have comes from other people's experiences. I learn from other people's lessons. I'm very observant. I've been that way since I was a child. But people will also try to demonize my intelligence. They treat it like it's bad. It's so weird. You hate me because I'm helly smart and helly well spoken and good with words, right? But then, oh, can you do this resume for me? Oh, but when it's convenient to you, the very thing that you hate, you want me to use. Interesting. But we're gonna keep going. So there's something about this, like this is this person, because I'm channeling this, right? This is this person, like that's her story or his story, one of the two. Okay. Let's see. So we got perfection, discovery, and gratitude as the connection. Where is my book at? So let's get into it. Perfection. But you know, I had to realize one day that humans don't have more power than me. I hold the power. And anything that a human being says or feel about me is their own personal opinion. Anything that a human being says or feel about me, it don't mean shit. They don't know me, for real. Only I know me. Only I know the intricate workings of me. They don't. They're just opinionated. And anything that a motherfucker says about me only matters if I give it power. When you give motherfuckers a reaction, you giving them power. You giving whatever they say, whatever they doing. You put meaning to that shit. Sorry, you guys. I'm gonna end it here. Sorry. Yeah. I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna read off these cards and be done. But perfection, it says for her, I have the same high standards for myself as I have for others. Are you being too hard on yourself and consequently on others? Begin to look for what's right and good in your world and you will see it. Like somebody done trained this girl to only look at her inadequacies. To make her feel like her successes or something is never enough. Like I said, because I channeled all that shit, like as it pertains to my own personal life, something about this resonates with her. Okay. Personal inquiry. Where am I presently focused? Knowing what's right and telling others about it might not be the best way of being. Key ideas: alienating others, feeling alienated, seeking perfection. And unfortunately, like this type of trauma, uh, it can make you morph into a narcissist. Okay, when you've been picked apart like this, and then you start doing it to others, and then you start, like, it can make you into a narcissist, transform you into a narcissistic person. Okay, sometimes hurt people hurt people. Okay. So it says alienating others, feeling alienated, or seeking perfection, deeply desiring love, transformation ahead. And keywords: uniqueness, friendship, and acceptance. This lady is highly attractive. I don't doubt that she has dealt with the dark side of pretty. I don't doubt it. Um, I don't. Let's see here. The next card that we had was because it was both red. I know I said it was both red. So for him, like a root chakra, it was self-discovery for him. So for him, I am more than I think I am. So they both, it's weird because they both suffering from the same shit, but like their response to it is totally different. Like, I don't know if they're twin flames or kindred spirits or soulmates or whatever the case may be. They both suffer from the same problem. But how they're handling it, or how it is showing on the outside, or their behaviors or habits from these like traumas, or from these like backgrounds, right, is totally different. Okay. So I am more than I think I am. That is his. So it says, are you trying to recapture a past that no longer fits? If you are presently upset or struggling with a difficult situation, you may be seeking to keep something that is far less than what you deserve. Mm. Personal inquiry. Am I happy in this situation? How is it benefiting me? The healing of predetermined agreements must be addressed. Awareness is healing. Leaving the past behind, a readiness for a new adventure, a willingness to venture into uncharted territory, a new level of self-care, uplift, journey, and commitment. Life is easy for young Pink. He takes his gifts for granted until one day he loses Petunia, the love of his life, forcing him on an inner journey. He works hard on himself, hoping for another chance that doesn't come. In desperation, he consults Sky God and learns that Petunia is incapable of receiving love. Didn't I say this in the very beginning of my video? Did I not say this shit in the very beginning? Petunia. Petunia is the girl he's married to. And he is Pink. Listen to this again. Petunia is incapable of receiving love. Pink recognizes that Petunia's role in his life has been to expand his capacity to love. I am more than I think I am. So there's something about this chick that he's marrying where she only care about numerical data. She doesn't care about people's efforts. She doesn't care about qualitative. Like, I was telling King that most people only care about the numbers. They don't care about the energy, the time, the sacrifice that you make to get there, to show up, to arrive, to do things. They're inconsiderate. All they care about is the numbers game. You get what I'm saying? That's all human beings care about. They don't give a fuck about the qualitative data. the energy, the sacrifice, what you going through to even get here, whether you're late or not. They aren't considering that. They aren't considering that. All they give a fuck, are you on time or are you not? That's all they care about. They don't appreciate the sacrifice or energy it took to do something, or the sacrifice or energy it took to get there. Okay? They don't value your time or energy. So whatever you do, if it's less than perfect, it's never enough. They're inconsiderate. Hey, what's that shit called? Yeah. Life is easy for young people. He takes his gifts for granted until one day he loses Petunia, the love of his life. This reminds me of Samson and Delilah. That's what this reminds me of. Somebody could see people as a number, as a pawn. Like, they don't see humans as humans. They see them as numbers. Okay? As pawns, as, like, social climbing type shit. And then next was gratitude. That was purple. I told you ain't no love there. I'm meant to do the 12 commandments of love. Okay? That's what I'm meant to do. When you start to appreciate yourself more, other people will start to appreciate you. When you take yourself for granted, others take you for granted. Legend. I am so glad you are in my life. What did I say? Didn't I say he looks at her as a, how can I win her favor? Like, that's the energy. Lucy's best friend writes a letter to Lucy's unborn child. She does this so that one day the child will understand how extraordinary her mother is. Lucy is a friend from Indigo. Someone who always supports, never judges, always sees the good side, whatever the circumstances, and uplifts all those around her in the letter. Her gratitude for Lucy shines through. Gratitude raises our vibration to a higher level. If you are unhappy in any relationship, Lucy reminds you that it is always in your power to change it. There is no mystery to being a good person. Good people just do good things. Who is the person I admire most? Why? How can I live at that level? Friendship, deep love, pregnancy, nurturing unconditional love towards self or others. Okay. Love child is coming through like a motherfucker. Child. Appreciation, recognition, and esteem. Okay. So if you are unhappy in any relationship, Lucy reminds you that it is always in your power to change it. So somebody is unhappy, and that's the issue. Like, they're reaching this level of perfection, but they're still not happy. Why? They've obtained all these things, but they're still not happy. Why is that? Why is enough never enough? Yeah, this ain't got no love in it. This person don't. This is conditions. This is conditions. That's all that I have, though. Deuces.